If we go back to September in Dublin and National Anthem Gate and all that, how much of a better position has Lee Carsley left England in for Thomas Tuchel than then?
It's a brilliant position, fantastic position, especially when you talk about the debutantes, how well they've all done. We've mentioned that. I think that gives Tuchel the time to be able to say, right, I've got those. What he would have to probably go out and look himself, you know, try and find us maybe a Harwood Bellis and so on. Instead of now, Lee Carsley's put that in there and said, right, you've got all that to work with, because when he does come, he's going straight in. So he doesn't want to be, oh, God, go and find him, I've got to find him. He's got that in place already.
And that's the joy of an under-21 coach doing this job for 6 matches, because he knew these players so well, having worked with them. So he thinks, right, I think mentally-wise, because obviously technically-wise, tactically-wise, you would imagine they're good enough, but mentally-wise, they're good enough.
And he's had success with the younger players, so there's obviously an element of trust there. He can trust them to go in, and the players would feel that trust, particularly the last couple of games where it's must-win games. And we can praise the young lads for coming through, but also you praise the senior players like Kane and Walker and Pickford, because they have a huge role to play in helping these lads. And ironically, tonight, no one's talking about the players who were missing.
No,
that was the main headline the last few days, but now the players who've got that opportunity, they've took it, they've topped the group, and Lee Carsley, I think, handled himself very, very well.
Yeah. And those players who have been missing, they're at home, aren't they, thinking, OK, the challenge is laid down for me now to get back into this squad, and not necessarily a given.
Yeah, but that's what you're meant to be at this level. The best, you're meant to be challenging the best and being amongst the best. So if you do, you know, I'm gonna pull out for the right reasons, whatever people think. Yes, there's going to be a better player, a good player who's waiting to come take that place. And what's happened here is people have come in and they've said, yeah, I'm going to try and take my opportunity, and they've done it.
So this is what it looks like in terms of the football and the World Cup qualification when it comes to 2025. England will be drawn in a World Cup qualification group of 5 teams now. So that's 8 home and away qualifiers in March, September, October and November next year. So it's all done and dusted in the calendar year of 2025. And the Irish are in the Nations League playoffs, probably against one of Slovakia, Kosovo, Bulgaria or Armenia. And after that, there'll be in a World Cup qualification group of 4 teams. So 6 home and away qualifiers in September, October and November. How does he look at this? Hey, Michal Grimson, what's happened?
Well, it's going to be tough. Still tough days ahead for Ireland. You need your top players turning up. In the first half, they were excellent, but as soon as they got the sending off, obviously they lost that belief and confidence. But they've got some playoff games coming up, and fingers crossed. But you need people like Kelleher, Ferguson playing regularly in the Premiership. That will only help Ireland in the bigger picture in international football. But it's still, I think, some tough days ahead.
Yeah. But some excitement when it comes to the World Cup qualification, that, you know, whatever happens in the Nations League playoffs...
Yeah, of course, you have to be
people
upbeat.
Really
you have
energised.
to be upbeat. And I think there is a feel-good factor to the group of players for the first half tonight and for the manager and the staff. And we need the Irish people, the fans getting behind them. And to be fair to the Irish fans tonight, listen, they stuck at it till the end. It's tough to swallow, but... listen, fingers crossed, some good days ahead.
This is what the FA wanted, wasn't it? Thomas Tuchel coming in, not worrying about playoffs, going straight into World Cup qualifiers.
Yeah, and...
it's justified their approach, we've got to say.
It has, yeah. Now, hopefully, Thomas Tuchel, we know what he's capable of. We saw what he's done, like I said, in 20 months with Chelsea. He's got 18 months with England, and hopefully he can get these guys over the line, because that's the only thing we haven't done.
Yeah, I mean, the challenge for him is absolutely black and white. He hasn't got to worry about St George's Park or the under-21s or the age groups. You come in and do what no one's done since 1966, please.
Yeah, and if you listen to some of his media stuff, I think that seems to suit him. I think he likes the idea of maybe getting in for a couple of years, and that's his target, like knockout football. I think it kind of suits his personality. And England have got some brilliant, talented players. It's his job just to try and bring it all together. Yeah. But obviously the next World Cup will be different because of the conditions and the heat, etc.
And knowing football as you do, when it comes to that first World Cup qualifier, obviously a lot depends upon injuries. But do you think we might see more of these names that we've seen in the last couple of weeks than maybe we were suspected we would have done? I.e. some of those who have been regulars, maybe not necessarily automatic starters.
Well, like, he's got 18 months and he's here, like we say, to win the World Cup. So he's not going to dilly-dally around the place. He's going to try and get the player in. It's going to get the job done for him to get him to the World Cup to try and win the tournament. And
for a lot of these brilliant young players, they've got to stay grounded.
Absolutely.
Listen, there's pitfalls ahead for some of them, but if they've got good people around them, stay grounded, keep working hard, then they'll have an impact at the World Cup.
Yeah.